Hello and welcome back to The Voice on Stage. Today we are going to dive deep into how you should sound. Today we are going to speak on the foundations of vocal delivery, which are very important, and they are the ingredients that every speaker use to deliver a good speech. It is used by us, by each and every one of us, but we do not realize it. But today, after this little session, you are going to know what the foundations of vocal delivery are, and you are going to be conscious in using them. Imagine speaking with your friend. Imagine just having a normal day-to-day conversation. You do not speak in a monotone voice. There are changes that happens to your voice unconsciously, but you do them. Let's say, for instance, if you are having a conversation with your friend and you are telling him a story, your tone changes, it varies. Your volume, it changes from time to time. The rate of speech is changing from one sentence to another. So also you pause from time to time. Even if you do not realize that you are doing these things, as human beings, we do them naturally. So today, let's take them one after the other and see what is their impact when it comes to speaking. Let's begin with the rate of speech. Sometimes we tend to speed up, especially when we are nervous and we are speaking in front of a crowd. It is a sign of a nervous speaker that he speaks very fast. What you need to do, especially in that situation, is to slow down. Slow down your rate of speech. When you start, you might be tempted because you are very nervous, you are feeling the rush of adrenaline in your body. You feel tempted to just speed up throughout your presentation and just be done with it. But confident speakers, they never do that. You start with a very slow, or let's say a moderate rate of speech. Instead of going, "Hello everyone, my name is Zakaria, and today I'm going to talk about the foundations of vocal delivery." Instead of speaking like that, you could be speaking like, "Hello everyone, my name is Zakaria, and today we are going to speak about the foundations of vocal delivery." Can you spot the difference? When you speed up, it doesn't captivate your audience. It doesn't give them the sense of importance, and it doesn't deliver your message at all. So when you speak, slow down your rate of speech. Slowing down doesn't just relaxes you, it relaxes your audience, and it gives them time to process what you are saying and to understand you more correctly. So next up is your volume. Volume is very important. Sometimes we neglect volume. If you want to be a confident speaker, or if you want to come across as a confident speaker, you need to master your volume. Sometimes you need to increase your volume a little bit and you'll instantly sound more confident and look more confident. The reason why some of us are coming across as nervous and not confident is because we have a very low volume. When we speak as if we are whispering. "Hello everyone, my name is Kaza Kaza, and I'm going to speak about this and that." Immediately the audience would be like, "What is this guy even saying?" But then if you have a very moderate or higher volume, instantly you will be giving your message across. You will be heard enough. But you need to be cautious of being too loud, because if you are too loud, you come across as kind of rude, and sometimes the audience wouldn't enjoy listening to you. So instead of going 10 out of 10, come down to 7. 7, and don't go too low to, like, let's say 4. That is too low. Stay at 7, but when you are speaking about a topic that is very emotional, you can come down a little bit to 5, so that you can connect more with your audience. I hope we are getting the idea of how to raise or to increase and decrease your volume. It is very important, especially at the beginning of your speech. You need to start slowly and with a higher volume, and then gradually you can increase or decrease your volume. And also you can move faster and you can move slower. Going back to the rate of speech, something we need to understand is that you slow down when you are speaking about the important points, and you speed up when you are speaking about the less important details. Let's say, for instance, in a sentence, there are some parts that you want to emphasize. There are some parts that you need to show your audience that this part is very important. For instance, let's say in this sentence, I am very hungry. The most important part is hungry. So for I could use a slower rate of speech when saying hungry. For instance, I am very hungry. Spot the difference? Or let's say very is the most important part in the sentence. I would be like, I am very hungry. You see, I slowed my rate of speech at very, and that gives the idea that very is the most important part. So also, in your entire speech, you might have 10 sentences in a paragraph. So when you come to the most important sentence, you slow down. That immediately tells your audience that they need to pay attention to this sentence. I hope we are getting. Next is your pitch. Sometimes we talk and we end our sentences in a lower pitch, and it is a sign that we are nervous, or it is a sign that we are not unsure of what we are saying, and we come across as less confident. These things are very important, and they make you look more confident. When you observe confident speakers closely, you will see how they are manipulating and using these ingredients in order to cook the recipe of confidence. So, for instance, someone might stand before an audience and start speaking like this. Hello, everyone. Today we are going to speak, and I am going to talk to you. I hope we are looking at the pitch. I'm going to talk to you in this topic, and public speaking is very important. You see, rather you might speak like this. Today I'm going to speak to you on a very important topic, public speaking. Instead of going lower pitch, and lower pitch, you go higher pitch and higher pitch and higher pitch. That is how you differentiate your pitch. Sometimes your pitch, when combined with inflection, changes the meaning that you are trying to send across. One sentence could mean different things. It might mean an exclamation. It might mean a question. It might come across as just a statement. Let's say the sentence, I am happy. I am happy. When I say I am happy, this is just a statement. I am telling you that I am happy. And then I might be like, I am happy. Because of that pitch at the end, you would observe that I am kind of asking a question. And then I might be, I am happy, as an exclamation. I hope we are getting the idea of pitch. So it is very important to pay attention to your pitch, so that you might be more confident and you might grab the attention of your audience. The next one is your tone, tonality. Tone is very important, especially when it comes to sending an emotional message. You might be angry, you might be happy, you might be in love, you might be just relaxing and just bored. The only way you can express that emotion is using your tone. The best way to control your tone when speaking to an audience, especially in a gathering or in a crowd, is to use your facial expressions. Your facial expressions are the remote control to your tone. If you are happy and your face is smiling, you are smiling while speaking, it immediately conveys that sound of, this guy is happy. For instance, if you are calling someone on the phone and he's not seeing you, but you are smiling while speaking, the person at the end of the line will understand and will observe that this guy is really happy. You sound happy. Sometimes you even say it, you sound happy, or you sound angry, or you sound nervous without even seeing the person or without physically being with him. But because he sounds happy, because he sounds angry. And if you look closely, you will see that his facial expression are exhibiting those emotions. So use your facial expression to control your tone. If to say today you are frowning, my name is Moaz Idris, and today I am going to tell you how angry I am without looking at my face. Even if you are listening to me in an audio, you will observe that I am angry. Or let's say disgust. What is this? What is this? I hope you can spot the difference. Because I am expressing disgust using my face, my voice also is trying to express that emotion of disgusting. I hope we get how to control your tone. In short, your facial expression is the remote control of your tonality. The last and final one, which I think is underrated, is a pause. A pause is very, very, very important when it comes to public speaking. There are two big advantages when it comes to pausing. The first one is you eliminate the fillers words and the non-words. Sometimes when you listen to people speaking, they speak like this. I am very excited to be with you. I am really happy, and this is a very important day in my life. So they have these arms and ahs, and they are totally not confident. You see them, you know they are not confident. Sometimes you are speaking on a very important topic or something you are seen as an expert in that particular topic, but then you start speaking and you are like you are unsure of what you are saying. Rather, you can use a pause to replace that arms and ahs. For instance, this is a very important day in my life. I am really excited, and today I will try my best to express myself totally and completely. When you observe, you'll see that my pauses are replacing those arms and ahs, and instantly you sound more confident and you sound more sure of what you are saying. That is what you use to try and eliminate those arms and ahs. Secondly, it emphasizes the emotions that you are trying to express. Let's say today I am very angry. When trying to express that emotion in a speech, I might try to pause for 1 or 2 seconds before adding anything to that sentence of I am very angry. For example, I am very angry with you. So make sure you do not repeat this action. Just the pause between I am very angry with you and make sure that you do not repeat this action. It intensifies the emotion. It tells you how intense my anger is. This is the second benefit. Another one is it gives you a little moment. It gives you a window to gather your thoughts, especially when you are asked a question. Let's say someone from the audience or someone asks you a question. What do you think about so and so? Pause for at least 3 to 5 seconds to gather your thoughts and structure your answer. It is an advantage. Sometimes we tend to think that when you pause a little bit before you answer a question, people might think that you have nothing to say, or you do not have the answer to that particular question. And the opposite is the fact. The best speakers, the good and expert speakers, let's say the likes of Steve Jobs, the likes of Martin Luther King, the likes of Bill Gates, and Other speakers, observe them in every interview. When they are asked a question, they pause a little bit. That pause is not because they do not know what to say, but rather they are trying to structure their answer in a way that it will be articulate and clear to the listeners. These are the foundations of vocal delivery. Next, I'm going to ask you to do two things. The first one is to get a paragraph or a sentence and try to practice these vocal foundations on it. This is the first exercise that I want you to do at least 2 to 3 times. The next one is, as I said, the record and review part. I want each and everyone in this training to grab his phone at any moment and speak to the camera for just 1 minute. You can take it to 2 minutes, but as short as you can, so that you can review it later and you can send it to me to assess you and see the areas that you can improve and tell you my observations. Thank you for being with me.